Hello, I'm Tim Davis from the Basic Joomla Tutorials YouTube channel, and in this video I'm going to give you an overview of migrating
Okay. Now you should be hearing me. Let's see if you're hearing me now. Turn that back on. And okay. Yep. Now the sound works. Now you should be hearing me. Shouldn't be buffering. You're hearing me now. Okay. Are we all done here? Nope. Well, for those of you that were here and didn't have any audio, good morning. Uh, all right. That's done. It's set as a pre-release. We can publish it. Very good. Now, we're going to need to move this to a new window and set it over to the side. Uh, yeah, we'll put it up a kit window. Okay. Move this over here to the side. Get rid of this. And now, oh, let's see here. Yeah, that's fine that way. All right, so we're going to pull this up. This is some other software that I write. Close that project. And we want to go to module PHP. And the first thing we want to do is we want to pull everything down that we're currently working on. June has no upstream branch. Oh, isn't that interesting? Okay. We can get rid of June, but that's what we're working on. All right. Check out that branch. Extensions with properties. 8.2.1. Extensions, properties. Rich magic. Don't check out. 8.1.21. Okay, let's copy that. Let's roll that back. 8.1.21. Let's go to main. Checkout. We'll delete the June branch. June. Delete. Okay, we're going to do a pull. Now we're going to go to 8.1.21. We're going to go to extensions properties. We're going to get rid of all that. That's 8.0. Why is that 8.0? I don't trust that. Okay, next step. We have to do 8.2, 8.1, and 8.0. Did I download an 8.0? It's untouched. Releases. December updates. Assets. 8.0, 8.1, 8.2, 8.1, 8.0. I did not download an 8.0 memcache. Okay. I was afraid of that. Memcache. 16, x64, thread save, 8.0, download. That's going into PHP, that's fine. All right, so now we go back to here. Back to here. We go to edit. We come over here. And we grab this file here. Move it in there. Okay, now let's check again. We got 8.0, 8.1, 8.2, good. 8.2, 8.1, 8.0, good. ImageMagick, 8.2. We also need 0 and 1. Okay. Code, PHP, ImageMagick. Oh, I shouldn't have done it that way. That's all right. We can back up. Let's see. We've got 8.1. Oh, let's open a new tab. Okay, go back. We're done with Memcache. We can get rid of that. Good morning. How are you today, Neil? .NET Maui and doing multi-platform apps. Plus, I get to web dev is creating minimal APIs for my apps. So what kind of languages do you use? We did 8. No. We did 8.1. So now we need 8.0, thread save. And that's the only one we need. C prime. Okay. Do you use any database tools? Kick. 8.0. Okay. So now we can get rid of that. We'll have to come back here again. I'll have to edit this again. Okay. I'll minimize that. ImageMagick. There's 8.1, 8.0. Which one do we have? We have 8.1, so we need 8.0. ImageMagick 8.0. SQLite and various other stuff I've used like more than I can. Yeah, I know how that goes. Well, hey, you might take a look at bearsamp.com. Again, the software that I write. And what it does is it gives you a local environment for any kind of development testing you want to do. Mainly geared around web development, of course, but we have Composer, we have MariaDB, we have AdMiner, which is a full database development tool. We got FileZilla console, server rather, Memcache, Nagrok, Node.js, you name it, we've got it. Ruby, Python, Yarn, it's all there. And the thing is, it's 100% portable. So if you have it on one of your desktop folders and you decide you want to drop it onto your laptop because you're going to your buddy's house to code, literally all you do is copy it from your desktop to a USB drive or directly on a laptop, whatever it is, whichever way you want to do it. Go do all your coding. When you get back, again, just pick it up, drop it where you had it before, and it does everything. There's no install per se. It's 100% portable. The only install you ever have to do is in the beginning, you have to do the prerequisites package. And what that does is contains the Microsoft Visual Code for VS16 and VS15. I think we took 14 out. So I think it's 15, 16, and 17. I think is what's in that one. I'd have to go look. But that's the only install per se that you have to have. And most versions of Windows nowadays either have it already or you're going to need to get it eventually, especially if you're doing development work. But that's all that's required per se. We have a little video here on how to do it and how to get started. It's real simple. Probably take you 10 minutes. And then what you wind up with, let me go ahead and fire it up here. It's completely free, by the way. If you go to GitHub/BearsAmp, you'll see the whole project. Takes a little while to install not install the databases, but get them fired up. And the cool thing is you don't have to have all the software running on Windows when you don't need it, right? If you're not coding, why have the databases and everything running? It's just a waste of your resources. This way, there's no services running that you don't need. You use an internal DB. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, here's where our software really shines. Let's see. Let's see if you can see that. I bet you can't. No, you can't. Let me turn my camera off. All right. You have to put up with the overlay. Well, let's turn the overlay off. Okay. So where the power comes in for BearsAmp, I'll use something like what you're showing. Absolutely. So here's where the power comes in. You got your logs, okay? So if something's going to hinky, you know right away. You've got all these various tools. You've got Xdebug Client, Ruby, Perl, Paired, ngrok, GhostScript, Git. Git's already included. You don't have to worry about it. It's all there. You've got your console. You've got your host editor file, which is a lot better than trying to do it manually in Windows. And then we got the applications, AdMiner, PHPMyAdmin, PHP, PGAdmin, WebGrind. It's all here. You want to change a PHP version? Real simple. Go to version. Let's go to 8.2. Okay, this says you switched to 8.2. Then it reloads Apache. Okay, so let's go to our local host. Well, let's close that. And you'll see up here we're now running PHP 8.2. Now you can do it with MySQL, PHPMyAdmin, it'll do it with everything. You can turn the modules on and off. Real simple. If you're doing web work, you've got your aliases here. You've got your directories. For example, I work a lot with Joomla. So I can go to j4.local because I created it as an alias. Yeah. That didn't work, did it? Is it 4.2? Let's go take a look. No, it should be J4. Why isn't it working? No, that's interesting. But you get the point. I can go to my J4.local like it's a real domain. Well, it's an interesting story. It started out as a program called Nerd, Neard, back in 2014. And the developer kept it going until about 2 years ago. And then he fell in love with, the whale. Not DocBook. What am I thinking of? Docker. He fell in love with Docker. And he didn't tell anybody, but he dropped all development on Nerd. And it was a pretty good sized group of us that were using Nerd and loved it. And it was very similar to what we have now, almost identical. And I decided, no, that's not okay. I'll fix the modules that he's missing. So I started working on following his development rules. And no, it's not a Docker. It's an actual VM, so to speak. Well, it's all native Windows portable software. It's not a Docker, so there's no VM. And we wound up having to fork the code and actually start from square one. And so we've updated it to the most current software. Every month we go through and we grab the latest, like we're doing right now. We're grabbing the latest PHP, latest MySQL, the latest everything. Like right here, I come down here to our issues. We're going to update all these different modules so they're the latest software. Yeah, we took his abandoned project. We updated it. We fixed bugs that had been existing in it for a long time. We got rid of some software that either wasn't any good anymore, wasn't relevant, or it wasn't being updated anymore. So you couldn't use it like with PHP 8.1 or 8.2. He didn't have PHP 8.2 at all. He was way, way, way behind. It took us a year to take his crappy software and turn it into something that actually worked. And I'm very proud of what we've accomplished so far. We could do a lot more if we had better PHP knowledge, because it's a huge program. It's an absolute huge program. We have, let's see, we've got 35 repos, so there's 35 individual parts to it. And when you download it, it's all one piece. So the code is quite large. And I had to start from zero. There was no real development docs on how to do anything. So I had to learn from square one how to do any kind of updates. You know, even simple stuff like upgrading PHP, I had to learn how to do it all. Because there was nothing. And he got so mad at me when I forked it that he banned me from his GitHub repository. So let's go ahead and turn the camera back on. The overlay. Yeah. Well, and that's just it. I mean, you know, little simple things like it wouldn't update properly and the local host didn't work right and Memcache didn't work right. You know, we had to go through and learn what code the guy wrote, how it all worked together, and then reconstruct it in a way that was current. You know, I had to rewrite the local host software completely. He was still using Bootstrap 3. And so, was it 3 or 2? I think it was 2. And I had to bring it up to Bootstrap 5, and that was quite a change. We're real big in the Zoop world, XOOP, which is a CMS, mainly for France. And in the Joomla world, joomla.org, which is used internationally. It's the best CMS around. This is a Joomla site. I won't show that one that's NSFW. But this is Joomla. You know, and it's real simple. This is one of my most simplistic sites. But I could update any of this stuff in just seconds. Literally seconds. And that's part of what I'm going to be doing today is we're going to migrate this site from an older version of Joomla to Joomla 4. It's an active dev, and it tends to break badly. They're throwing junior devs at it and by the hundreds and it slows features, but it's buggy as fuck. Yeah. Now, what is Maui's main purpose? Is it a CMS or what is it? Oh, yeah. Absolutely. To migrate a site, if it's a simple site, all you do is update it. I mean, it's literally that simple. If it's not a simple site, you can go to migrate me 4. And this will migrate your more complex site from Joomla 3 to Joomla 4. This stuff, Joomla makes WordPress look like a joke. So much easier than WordPress. It's an app framework. Okay. I got you. Yeah, I'm not good at app development. I barely know PHP. But that's okay. I don't have to know it all. I just have to know who to contact, you know? Let's see. Do I have everything I need? I think so. We'll update it. MCAT 012. ImageMagick 2. 01. Xdebug 1, 2, 3. Why do I have 8.3 for Xdebug? Oh, Bear. That's the part you gotta love about programming. Oh yeah, I forgot that version. Let's say 8.0. Okay. Now we'll go back. And we'll go back. But this is the kind of stuff I was telling you. There were no notes that you had to do all this. And of course, all the links that he had were invalid, right? So I had to go find new links, and some software like FileZilla. FileZilla no longer offers a portable file server. They don't do it anymore. Xdebug 8.3. Oh, wow. Built on top of .NET. Okay. .NET is very, very powerful. I remember when it first came out, it was a joke. You had to have .NET, I think it was domains for it to even work. And web pages had to be .NET. I don't know if it's still that way or not. Okay. So now we have our updates. Let's refresh that page. Okay. We go back to code. See, we keep copies of the install files for every single module. so that if we ever have to go back and restore a module, maybe we made a mistake when we built it, we can go back and grab the actual source code. Or let's say PHP.NET went away. We have every version of PHP that we support in our own stuff. We don't have to worry about, gee, where'd PHP.NET go put it, or is it gone forever? Doesn't matter if it's gone forever. We own it. We have it. Holy crap. That's exactly what I ran into with BearSamp. That's exactly what I ran into. It took me a year from the day we forked it to the day we actually released it. And we just celebrated our 1 year anniversary last month. We've actually had it working, and we are now in stable state, which is fantastic. We did that in just 1 year. We got to stable in just 1 year. And it's just me as the main programmer. Then I have a buddy that helps with the admin stuff. So it's really just one developer. Thank you. Yeah, we're real proud of it. We have a Facebook group, BearSamp, on Facebook. We try to keep everybody informed of what's going on. And we have a little discussion section, kind of like a forum, where we make posts whenever we make changes. And of course, we have the news releases on BearSamp. So every time we do something, we make a press release for it. Oh, it was, let's see. Sunday was great. I actually wound up having to tank on Sunday, which I don't normally do. Friday, I had to tank. There was 1 week, I don't remember if it was Friday or the week before, we actually wound up doing keys. I think it was on Friday because not enough people showed up. So instead of rating, we went and did keys. And that was fun. But I actually wound up tanking. And normally I'm a DPS because I do high damage. But our tank was absent. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But it takes a while to learn, That's the one thing about web development, or any development actually, is it takes a while to learn your tools. And even then, you never master them. Hey, you ought to come visit me on kick.com. I'm seriously considering dropping YouTube for my streams. I haven't decided 100% yet, but I'm very seriously considering it. Just going full-time Kick. It's kick.com/Bear Lee, Lee, Able, ABLE. Here, I'll put the link in right here. I got to turn my screen off for a minute because I want to be messing with the password. So, You shouldn't now. You shouldn't. It should not be buffering. Yeah, it should not be buffering anymore. Kick had a problem for a while. Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. If I do drop YouTube, I'm not going to use Restream anymore. I'm going to go directly to Kick and just do a direct feed. But I talked to Restream about it, and I checked my settings, and it wasn't me. It was Kick having an issue. But that should be resolved. I did have an upload issue 2 weeks ago, I think it was, and I talked to my ISP, and they fixed it. But Kick's still in beta, and so it goes through growing pains, and sometimes that's an issue. I have any favorite? Oh. I'm in a private discussion right now. In fact, I'm going to put it on Be Right Back. Okay, I have to go to a meeting, so I'm going to have to end this stream. Yeah, check it out. If it's still messing up, Neo, let me know. Just drop a comment in the chat or something. You can watch the VOD and see how it looked. But we shouldn't be having buffering issues. Let's see, I've got drop frames 7,477, which is 3.3%. I'll have to see how to address that. Didn't used to drop. And I'm pushing out 5,335 kilobits per second. So it shouldn't be dropping. I might have to drop my KBS. But I think if I go straight to Kick, I think that's going to go away. Because right now I'm restreaming it, right? So it goes out to Restream, they buffer it, and then they send it out. Anyway, thanks for coming by today. I'm going to go to my meeting. I will be back this afternoon, probably a couple hours.